Alright guys, so getting right into it, today I'm going to be talking about makeup brands versus dupe makeup brands. Now I bring this up today because a little while ago I heard that Wet n Wild supposedly copied the James Charles and Morphe palette, like the same color coordination, how it looks, downright to a T. They just didn't put Morphe or James Charles's picture on it because, they can't. Honestly, this is not huge news to me because this has been going on for years. I mean, there are literally companies out there that are dedicated to duping high-end makeup products like Makeup Revolution. So basically a high-end makeup brand like Anastasia will come out with a makeup palette, and then, maybe a month or 2 months down the line, you'll see another lower end, I wouldn't say lower end, but an affordable makeup brand come out with something very similar to that high-end makeup product. But they just don't put, Anastasia or Urban Decay on the palette. So dupe basically means it's like a knockoff product. Like, when you buy those Coach purses from the flea market and you kind of play it off like it's the real thing. I mean, it's sort of like that. But I think the only thing is like a dupe product can't actually put the brand name that they're copying it from on the actual product, because that would be illegal. And I don't think you could, blatantly go out and sell these products saying it's an Urban Decay product, but it's coming from a company called Makeup Revolution. So obviously you can't do that. But there are some people out there who do make knockoff products just of any product out there and sell it as if it's the real thing. But I'm not talking about that today because I think that's more the illegal side of things. I'm mostly talking about duping a product. So basically, to summarize it, it's like Urban Decay coming out with their Naked eyeshadow palette, which they have many of them, and it's like an affordable or lower end brand comes out with something very similar to it, meaning that they have their eyeshadow placement exactly like the Urban Decay palette. Maybe one or two shadows does not look exactly the same, and maybe even sometimes the packaging looks very similar. The only thing that's different is that they can't put Urban Decay on the makeup product. They put their own makeup company name, whatever that might be. So it's basically like plagiarizing a little bit, like in school when a teacher tells you to, or when you're copying someone else's homework and you're trying not to make it look exactly the same how they written it. Kind of like this. I kind of get that concept from this. So you can still pass it off as your own, but essentially you took the idea from someone else. So I think it's right for these makeup companies to be duping high-end makeup products. I mean, I could kind of see it from both ends. From a high-end makeup brand stance, I totally get it. I mean, you worked very hard to create this amazing product that you want people to enjoy, and you put a lot of work, and the quality is amazing in it. And then to have a company on the lower end of things basically copy the exact same thing that you made and calling it their own, it's kind of like an insult, and it can be annoying. I totally get that, because I don't know how I would feel if I came out with something really great that I really worked hard on, spent a lot of money on, and then to have another person or company basically just steal my idea. So I totally get it from the high-end makeup standpoint, but I also get it from a consumer standpoint. I mean, I could really like this Anastasia Beverly Hills lipstick. I love the shade. It's just super pretty. However, it's way too expensive, or it's not within my budget to buy it. And then I'll go to Shoppers Drug Mart, or I'll find a company online that has the exact same color concept, and it's beautiful. I mean, the packaging, whatever, but the color is what I'm going after. And I might buy the cheaper option because I just really like that color and I can't afford to pay for the Anastasia Beverly Hills one. So I get it from that standpoint as well. And I think these duping companies know that people can't afford to buy high-end makeup all the time or anytime. There's some people out there that just can't afford it at all, but still really love makeup and are makeup enthusiasts and still want to wear makeup. So I think they're catering to those people, because obviously the people who can pay for, high-end makeup products are going that route. They're not going to go for the duping brand, but there are people out there that can't do that. Anyways, to bring back up that whole James Charles and Wet n Wild situation, I get it. The Wet n Wild palette did look very similar to the James Charles and Morphe palette, But to have rumors that you're gonna sue them and call them out and say they were copying you, I mean, I think it's a little excessive, and it's a little bit of a waste of breath, because these companies are going to do it anyway. They're technically not doing anything wrong. Looking at it from their side, you didn't come up with colors, or you didn't come up with the color blue and things like that. So they technically can place the colors however they wanted, unless you patented or trademarked that this is your palette, nobody can copy it. You came up with this color coordination, which you can't do, because prior to you there was probably a palette that looked very similar to yours, to the James Charles one. So I don't know, I think it's a little excessive when celebrities get super mad over it. I get it, but you technically are wasting your breath, if that makes sense. Anyways, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about duping makeup brands versus high-end makeup brands. Bye for now.